Not long after you wake up tonight, Gregory knocks on the door of your apartment.
I came to pick you up. Miss Langley wants to see you.
Do you know what she needs me for? What if I don't want to see her? Well, my freedom was good while it lasted. Two last nights were nice. I had freedom, initiative. Good while it lasted, I guess. He smiles apologetically.
Don't shoot the messenger. Car's waiting, shall we?
Wrestle with the same thoughts as a few nights ago. Maybe I should just leave, disappear. Let Sophie find somebody else to employ. But then you remember one like thug being cut down by Kadir and how close you were to the same faith. Not even a week ago. And that it might still happen if you step out of line. You follow suit. As of your previous visit here, Sophie seems not entirely present when you enter. Her eyes are locked to one of the paintings in the room. You're pretty sure it's been here before, but she's behaving as if she's seen it for the first time in her life, entirely entranced. Gregory clears his throat. Sophie turns to both of you, a bit of irritation in her countenance, which soon gives way to a pleasant warm smile. And I believe I've already seen all of this before. Yeah, what the man looking calls himself Kaiser. Yeah, I have already done this. But this time I can approach it slightly different. Why won't you do it yourself? I'm not sure why we need me for this. Can't you... okay, I already picked this last time. That's a shame. Search just around for Kaiser, search for sign. Let's go for search for sign. There's a bunch of nooks and crannies to investigate, but for Kaiser, blah blah blah, exclusive cold garment, so... I think I also picked this last time, god damn it! I keep forgetting what I exactly picked. Looking for someone named Kaiser, not lost, just sightseeing. Not lost, just sightseeing. Nah, I'm not lost, just taking in the sights. Sure you are. He looks at you intently like he's trying to guess your real purpose here.
Get out of here before I kick your ass.
Sure, after I ask you about Kaiser, I'm just looking for a guy. You're asking for it. Don't push me.
Look, it's talking.
Doesn't take that well, he reaches into his pocket, produces a gun. You rush him. Bang! Bullet hits you, but you barely notice. It would be a debilitating wound for a mortal is just a scratch for you. Shame about your clothes, though. It takes a bit of brawling, a man stronger than you'd expect, but using your powers you're able to overcome him. With a few hits to the jaw, the man passes out from the pain. Searching him, you find a fancy phone which doesn't look like anything readily available on the market. The phone's locked, but the recent smudge on the screen gives you a rough idea of what the combination might be. You get it right on the second try. There's just one number in the phone book, unlabeled. You choose it and hear someone pick up. The voice is like a rusted pitchfork shoveled in gravel.
So this might be the better voice for this. Jackie, you're messing up my snuff session here. Better be something big.
This guy's there. I have something for you from Sophie. Come to Coney Island. I'll be waiting. Silence. Not even a sound. The call ends. I try calling again, but the number is blocked. Nothing to do but wait and see if he shows up. Not 15 minutes pass before a black limo stops where you're waiting. One door opens in an station. Inside the limo used to be a luxury lounge, the kind with a stripper pole and a bar full of alcohol, but it has none of that currently. Instead there are monitors and consoles. Dozens of displays, each one showing something different. Surveillance camera footage, stock market quotes, television news, emails, tweets, silent movies, lo-fi footage of a gory torture session. You wonder if the limo owner can focus on anything when surrounded by all of this visual noise, and then realize there is nobody there. Or is there? He brings into existence on a leather-covered couch, attempting to maintain something what approximates a regal presence. You're 100% sure that's Kaiser. Surrounded by dimmed computer screen lights, his features are even more ghastly than you imagined. All sharp angles of a twisted bone, severed flesh, and crooked teeth. He bears them in an awful parody of a smile. Suddenly somebody grabs you from behind, twists your arm, pushes your head against the car's roof.
I got them, boss! I have them!
Asford chuckles.
Oh, congratulations, dickwit! Could have done that before you gave away my fucking phone. Just let them go already. But you're going to make me repeat myself, you thick motherfucker!
He lets go. You have a look at him. The man's confused and clearly hurting. He flashes you an angry stare, but obeys his boss's order to the letter.
Well, you waiting for a formal invitation? Get in the car. We have some talking to do.
The door closed behind you.
Well, I'm here, and I'm pissed. Unless you have a death wish, I assume there's something you have for me. Indulge me or start figuring out how to drink blood with your fangs up your shitter.
You reluctantly pull the flash drive from your pocket and slowly pass it to Kaiser. He plugs it into a USB port in the arm of his chair and displays the data on one of the screens that happens to be turned away from you. It takes him about a minute to access the data.
Let me guess. This is from Langley. She said she'd have something like this. You her new flunky?
You need to bite your tongue to not argue with the word he used, but you nod.
Who do people think I am? I've seen this footage a week ago.
He plugs the pendrive out and throws it back at you in disgust.
Tell Sophie the deal's off. She wants her address, she gives me something else.
Well, I must insist. You take on the most persuasive voice and amicable stance you can in what basically constitutes the lair of a megamaniacal monster. Come on, man, don't send me back empty-handed. Take your data in honor of the deal. It meant a lot to me. The sound of Nosferatu produced is supposed to be laughter, you think. You're pretty sure he's going to turn over and die in a second if it's anything else than that.
Look at me. I'm so pretty and well spoken. I'm gonna feed you bullshit and you're gonna cram it in and ask for seconds. Who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I should do for trying to pull that trick on me? I should mutilate your face and rub sulfur into the wounds. Rip your tongue out and see it, and use it as a fucking turkey baster. Only see, I'm in a gracious mood tonight. Plus I hate turkeys. They disgust me. So I'm going to give you a chance to make this little transgression up to me. I'll contact you. Maybe I'll even throw in that stupid address so Langley can shove it up her cunt. But right now, unless you want me to get really pissed off, you'll show yourself out.
I'm pretty sure you're done here. You get out, close the door behind you, and the car immediately starts backing up. The back windows slide by you, and soon the limo is on its way out. Kaiser's lackey is nowhere to be seen, so you make your way to your car and drive back, wondering what tomorrow brings. Is it gonna be tomorrow? It's not moving. Okay, Agathon then. One more visit to the Chantry of 5 Boroughs, and to Agathon, who's starting to be surrounded by a smell of danger. One of these nights you'll have to buy something, you reflect, as you ring a doorbell of a cult bookstore, what serves as Agathon's haven. Perhaps something about Horus or the tarot. The same sleep-deprived blonde woman you saw on your first visit opens the door to you. Each kindred has their own servants, and Agathon seems to go for the tired, wicked mom type. Oh, it's you. Come in. The woman disappears into the back room even as you close the door behind you. Like at any better directions, you make your way up the stairs. At first you thought the chanting was part of a ritual soundtrack that plays in the shop even at night. As you reach the first floor you realize that it's Agathon's voice. You come up just in time to see him standing in the middle of his ritual paraphernalia, with his wrist cut open, with a wrought iron stand holding a blood-red stone. As Agathon chants, blood drips from a wound in his wrist onto the stone. It looks as if it's absorbed into it. It's probably not a good idea to interrupt blood rituals, so you wait in silence as Agathon finishes. A couple of minutes later he opens his eyes and smiles ruefully. I've done so many of his rituals, and obviously not too off-putting for you. Agathon smears a bit of his own blood over the wound, and you see it close. It looks like he does it so often he barely pays attention to this reflex anymore. Cool. It's icky. Vampires supposed to be into blood. I thought all vampires are blood fetishists. Unavoidably, they don't all advertise it though. Agathon picks a blood-red stone from its stand. This is a bloodstone. Could be useful. He doesn't seem inclined to elaborate. Anyway, let's go. He pockets the stone and leads you back down the stairs and outside to his car. Soon you're on your way to Queen's and Flushing Meadows, Corona Park. After parking the car, you follow Agathon on foot as he leads you deeper into a park. Coming to New York Park in the middle of the night might have worried you when you were alive, but now it's normal. If someone tries to mug you, it just means you'll have opportunity to feed. Speaking of, will that happen? Agathon walks with purpose as if he knows exactly where to go. You see the Unisphere, a giant metal sculpture of Earth. Its so far goers can appreciate it at night. Well, it does look good. You're not sure how Agathon picks his ritual spot, but he must have a purpose in mind. The sculpture stands in his background, giving his preparations a dramatic weight. Same old while I perform a ritual. It will whenever the notes we seek our ear. Now let's control the incantation of your fail to keep me free of distractions. Doesn't look like there are many people around. You settle for about half hour, while Agathon mumbles and makes strange gestures, spilling drops of his blood at regular intervals. From the outside, the ritual is not particularly flashy. Agathon repeats a mantra under his breath and walks measured steps until he stops and turns around, walking back. It looks like as if there is an invisible structure he must follow, unseen patterns and limits governing his movements. As choreographers go, it doesn't look particularly difficult to learn, but you suspect there are hidden dimensions of skill and understanding involved. A lone drunken woman walks toward you. Hard to say what she is doing at the park. She's a little older, white, dressed like a suburban divorcee.
What's your friend doing? He's kinda hot.
The woman's words are stuttered by alcohol, but she seems to have decided that you are the evening's entertainment.
Hey you, stop being weird and talk to me.
The woman seems determined to walk past you to Agathon. This looks like just the kind of interruption that he was worried about. Might as well eat her. Agathon is immersed deep in his ritual, so why not use the time you have constructively? You walk up to the woman from behind, grab her by the shoulders and sink your fangs into her throat. Blood tinged with alcohol and horniness flows into your mouth as the woman moans from a sudden pleasure of the kiss.
Oh, I need to sit down.
Just as you couldn't close, the woman collapses onto the ground, swaying, trying to sit upright. Suddenly you hear a scream of rage. Startled, turn around, just in time to see Agathon running at the woman on the ground, his expression contorted with hate. Did the woman make enough noise to interfere with a ritual? Doesn't explain why he's in such a rage. Don't intervene. You step aside as Agathon leaps at the woman, sinking his fangs into her neck as she screams pitiably. The woman screams quiet down as Agathon drinks more and more. I don't care. It's impolite to intervene when another vampire is feeding. You wait for Agathon to finish his business. The woman stops breathing as Agathon drinks the last of her blood. He stands up slowly, not looking at the dead body at his feet. Oh. Crap. I should not have let him do that then. Wasn't it dreadful that to happen? Lost control. Agathon looks genuinely anguished. Shouldn't have let me do that. You have to go. Crap. Ah, shit. I thought that was part of a ritual. Ah, damn it. Agathon looks at you miserably and lifts the body from the ground. You check to see if anyone's watching, but the park is empty at this time of night. Even so, this was probably very bad for a masquerade. You and Agathon walk quickly back to his car. Agathon dumps the body in his trunk for later disposal. Still not sure whether it was the woman who broke the Agathon's concentration and caused him to lose control, or something else. Usually Agathon drives more carefully than most humans, you know, but now something is different. He's speeding, honking at every car that gets in your way. You're driving towards the Bronx, and twice Agathon almost collides with another car. He's clearly not used to driving fast, but something is overriding his usual caution. He screeches to a stop in front of a red-tile apartment building. Agathon jumps out of the car and starts running, leaving you to take the keys from the ignition and close the doors. Oh damn, look at that blood moon. Gorgeous. Agathon disappears up the stairs and you follow his agitated shouting. Alberta, it's me, Harvey. Okay, so he was supposed to be Spanish. You come to a 5th floor landing after a run, what would have left your mortal self winded to find Agathon banging on an apartment door and fiddling with his keyring. A few neighbors poke their heads out of the door, but nobody intervenes. Agathon finds the right key and slams the door open, running inside. You follow, entering what looks like the home of an old Mexican lady. There are portraits of a mantelpiece and a crucifix on the wall. The smell of the apartment is musty with old age, and you detect a faint odor of vampiric blood. Sylvia, where are you? You come to a living room to find a body covered in a blanket in a corner of a sofa. Television is on, but the sound is off. It looks like a Spanish language channel. Agathon tears at the blanket, pulling it away in a panic. He reveals an old woman waking up in bleary-eyed confusion.
Harry, why are you barging on like this? Who is your friend?
You're alive, Gabriella. Agathon hugs an old lady and then turns to you. You'll have to introduce yourself. I'll check the wards. Something's triggering them, and I'll have to check to see if they still walk. Sylvia snuggles deeper into her blankets.
This is vampire business, isn't it? Always when there is trouble, it's for vampires.
You stare at her startled. Clearly a masquerade hasn't held in this household. Play down the trouble. Turn it into a joke. Play down the trouble. Hi, I'm Josephine. You're his grandmama, right? He's just worried.
Why is he worried about me? He should be worried about himself. All that blood drinking. This is about the girl who came to visit, I can tell. Harry was never good at keeping secrets, so much like his mother.
You hear Agathon rummaging around the small apartment, almost as if he's scratching something on the walls.
He's always doing that, writing on the walls with blood, making rounds. I tell him to cover them with photos and the paintings, but he won't listen. I have to do it myself.
It explains a faint smell of vampire blood in the apartment.
Otherwise, how can I invite friends for tea? They'll ask questions if I have runes all over my walls. It doesn't look like a Christian home anymore.
The girl who visited, was her name Juno? Oh.
Yes, that's right. Pretty name, I suppose. She was just the kind of girl Agathon used to fall for. She was a vampire too, I expect.
Just seems like a dumb question. Are you a vampire? But still, I'm gonna ask it anyway. You're not a vampire too, are you? Surprised by the suggestion, Sylvia laughs uproariously, mirth convulsing her aged frame.
Oh no, please don't say things like that. I'm an old woman. Laughing hurts.
Agathon returns to the living room, still agitated. She wanted to send a message. If you don't let her phone you know it's first, she'll murder. He glances meaningfully at the old woman.
No, she won't. She gave me a message for you, Harvey. She said to think very carefully whenever your clan will really protect your loved ones.
Agathon stares at Sylvia, stunned and confused. She was here to tell me that? Maybe that's good. Doesn't sound like she wants to hurt you.
She was a nice girl, I can tell.
I couldn't. Oh, well, I'll be Josephine, let's go. This is all we can do here. You say your goodbyes and soon you're back outside, sitting in Agathon's car. This is a catastrophe. To think Juno has been there. It was triggered when the vampire enters the perimeter, so Juno was there just as I was doing a ritual in the park. Take you to Haven. Agathon starts the car and begins to drive towards Manhattan. He appears agitated, emotions coursing under his stoic face. A masquerade. Your grandmother seems to be very well informed about vampires. The vampires in my family. Never kindred girl tragedy follows. You know that as much as anyone. My parents were murdered by a thaumaturgic... Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna skip it again. Ritual. I had to go back to a masquerade after that. Agathon is gripping the steering wheel harder than he should, although he's back to his usual careful driving style. Masquerade bridge is bad. Can you word it a little more eloquently? I'm sorry this happened. Juno might still have feelings for you. I could explain why she does some of the things she does. Are you sure? Agathon sounds genuinely confused. Maybe you're right. I could never read her, even when we were together. Agathon drops you off in front of your haven. The experience leaves you with disquieting thoughts. You met Agathon's grandmother in awkward circumstances, but he clearly loves her very much. I don't like how you don't comment on the woman you've killed. You don't know enough about the world of a kindred to say whenever that's normal or not. It seems to keep Agathon connected to the world in a way that feels alien for some of the other kindred you've met. Perhaps there's a lesson in that. Another thing to keep in mind is the fact that it's pretty much the first vampire you met who wasn't alive for hundreds of years. He clearly is a recent convertee.